Embark on an unforgettable adventure through history by stepping into a time machine to examine 100 most captivating and fascinating pictures ever captured on film. These images have endured the test of time and further teleport us to a different era, revealing our past victories, scandals, and secrets. Prepare for an incredible journey as we delve into the mind-blowing stories behind these remarkable historical pictures. So buckle up and get set to explore the enchanting world of history. Number 100. MGM Logo Shoot, 1926. Let's begin with this captivating image capturing the moment the legendary MGM logo was filmed. The true centerpiece, undoubtedly, is the majestic MGM lion, an homage to Columbia University and an embodiment of strength, brilliance, and elegance within the realm of Hollywood. This photograph serves as a timeless testament to the grandeur and allure that the MGM logo represents, forever carving its place in cinematic history. Number 99. Eiffel Tower under construction, 1887. Embark on a captivating journey through time and witness the remarkable construction of the Eiffel Tower in 1887. Did you ever imagine bringing this iconic Parisian masterpiece to life would take a staggering 22 months? With meticulous precision, 18,000 intricately crafted and strategically calculated components came together to form this architectural marvel. And here's an intriguing fact. The visionary behind this grand concept was none other than Gustav Eiffel himself, a mouthpiece of his ingenuity and foresight. The fascinating story of the Eiffel Tower is forever etched in history as a symbol of innovation and magnificence. Number 98. Lunch on a Skyscraper, 1932. A group of construction workers in 1932 fearlessly sat on a narrow beam 840 feet above Manhattan and had their lunch break while on top of a skyscraper. This famous photo, known as Lunch Atop a Skyscraper, represents the determination and aspirations of Americans during the difficult times of the Great Depression. Number 97. The first photograph, 1826. The first photo was captured in 1826. It was a scene from a window at Napisa's estate situated in Burgundy, France. This photo was produced through heliography, a technique that entailed shining light on a pewter plate covered with bitumen. This picture was indeed a turning point in history. Number 96. Daguerreotype of a Parisian Boulevard, 1839. Louis Daguerre's Daguerreotype of Boulevard du Temple in Paris, taken in 1839, is one of the earliest photographs of a city street. The photograph is notable for its absence of people due to the long exposure time required to capture the image. William Henry Fox Talbot invented the calotype process in 1843, which used a paper negative to create prints. This process was a significant advancement in photography, allowing multiple prints to be made from a single negative. Number 95. The Mexican-American War, 1846 to 1848. This iconic picture depicts a scene from the Mexican-American War. The war between the United States and Mexico was fought over territory and came to a close with the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. This conflict is noteworthy for its implementation of modern technologies like the telegraph and steam-powered warships. Number 94. Mushroom cloud over Nagasaki, 1945. During the nuclear age's inception, Lieutenant Charles Levy captured 16 shocking photos of the aftermath of the atomic bomb that was dropped on Nagasaki. The widely circulated image of the mushroom cloud was a stark reminder of the devastation caused. Number 93. Man on the Moon, 1969. Buzz Aldrin failed to become the first person to step on the moon in 1969. The picture shows Aldrin standing on the remote lunar surface, appearing small and delicate, with the reflection of Neil Armstrong visible in his helmet visor. This picture demonstrates just how monumental this event was in human history. Number 92. The Hindenburg Disaster, 1937. The Hindenburg was considered the ultimate in extravagant travel in 1937. However, its destruction in a fire and explosion in New Jersey signaled the conclusion of the airship era. A renowned photographer named Sam Scher managed to capture the catastrophe in a well-known image, which was later used as the cover of Led Zeppelin's debut album. Number 91. The Daguerreotype of Edgar Allan Poe, 1848. This photograph is one of the few that exist of the renowned American author Edgar Allan Poe. It is a daguerreotype taken in March 1848, shortly before Poe passed away. A photographic negative developed by William Henry Fox Talbot through his calotype method enabled the production of multiple copies from a single image. Number 90. The Gold Rush, 1848 to 1855. The California Gold Rush commenced in 1848 after gold was found at Sutter's Mill. This discovery resulted in a surge of individuals flocking to California in the hopes of striking it rich. The gold rush played a crucial role in the growth of California and the American West. Number 89. The Crimean War, 1853 to 1856. The Crimean War involved Russia and an alliance of the Ottoman Empire, France, Britain, and Sardinia. This war is of utmost importance for its utilization of advanced technologies like telegraphs and photography, which enabled the rapid dissemination of images illustrating the events of the war to the general public. Number 88. Muhammad Ali versus Sonny Listo, 1965. Fortunate circumstances aligned for sports photographer Neil Leifer as he found himself in the perfect position to capture a timeless image at the precise moment. Leifer clicked his camera shutter with impeccable timing, immortalizing the iconic scene where Muhammad Ali triumphantly stood above Sonny Liston. Enhanced by the interplay of intense illumination and swirling cigar smoke, the boxing ring transformed into a photographic studio, allowing Leifer to encapsulate both the physical might and charismatic essence of Ali in a single frame. Number 87. Situation Room, 2011. Presidential photographers possess the unique ability to document a wide range of events, encompassing both mundane phone calls and pivotal moments in history. Among these skilled photographers is Pete Souza, who was present in the Situation Room's highly influential setting on May 1, 2011. During this momentous occasion, U.S. forces carried out the raid on Osama bin Laden's compound. In a photograph that has since become iconic, Souza captures President Obama and his colleagues engrossed in real-time observation, their eyes fixed on the unfolding events, eagerly awaiting the outcome. Number 86. Black Power Salute, 1965. American sprinters Tommy Smith and John Carlos took a courageous stand for racial equality during the 1965 Olympics. As the familiar tune of the Star-Spangled Banner filled the air, they chose to express their dissent by raising their gloved fists, a powerful symbol of protest. In this simple yet impactful gesture, Smith and Carlos sent a resounding message to the world, challenging the status quo and advocating for justice and equality. Their act of defiance continues to resonate, serving as a poignant reminder of the enduring struggle for racial harmony and social change. Number 85. No to Cannibalism, 1878. Amidst the devastating Madras famine of 1877, a single individual valiantly shielded his family from cannibalistic threats in India. His tireless bravery and fortitude exhibited during this harrowing period serve as a shred of profound evidence of the invincible resilience of the human spirit in times of dire crisis. Number 84. Babies Sleeping Outside in Moscow, 1958. Russian infants appeared to be ahead of their time in strengthening their immune systems. In 1958 Moscow, mothers were encouraged to let their babies sleep outside regardless of the weather conditions. Number 83. Zoo Director, Convincing a Chimpanzee, 1988. In 1988, Sammy the chimp had an exciting escapade after he broke free from the Belgrade Zoo. However, the zoo director deemed it necessary for Sammy to return to his cozy enclosure. Take a look at the photo of the friendly persuasion in action. Number 82. Air Jordan, 1984. In 1984, photographer Korent Meester captured a breathtaking image of Michael Jordan gracefully soaring through the sky, resembling a magnificent bird in flight. This extraordinary photograph possessed an undeniable allure, and it was through Nike's temporary utilization of Rentmeester's slides that it gained iconic status as the Jumpman logo. The visual impact of Jordan's athleticism, frozen in time by Meester's lens, became synonymous with the spirit of Nike's brand and the unparalleled grace and power of the legendary basketball player. Number 81. The Valley of the Shadow of Death, 1855. The Crimean War, although its impact may not have endured over time, undeniably revolutionized the field of war journalism. Through Roger Fenton's photographs in 1855, the true face of the conflict was unveiled to the public, surpassing the limited narrative conveyed by heroic paintings. Fenton's compelling images captured the raw reality of the war, providing an unfiltered glimpse into the harshness and brutality experienced on the battlefield. This pivotal moment marked a shift in how the war was depicted and documented, forever altering the course of journalism and the public's perception of armed conflicts. Number 80. Acrobatic stunt on the Empire State Building ledge, 1934. Atop the towering Empire State Building in 1934, the renowned acrobatic trio, the Jacksons, astounded audiences with their courageous act. Charlie Smith, Jewel Waddick, and Jimmy Kerrigan defied gravity as they gracefully balanced on a narrow ledge, an astonishing 1,050 feet above the unforgiving pavement below. This legendary performance captivated onlookers who marveled at the Daredevil trio's remarkable skill, precision, and sheer audacity. With no safety net to rely on, they demonstrated unwavering courage and unwavering trust in their abilities. Number 79. Irish Guard faints in front of the Queen, 1966. Irish Guards maintained their composure as a fellow guardsman collapsed before Her Majesty the Queen in 1966. The Irish Guards undergo rigorous training to exhibit uncompromising vigilance, yet even they can experience an off day. Photographer James Blair immortalized this emblematic instance when a guard stumbled during the celebration of the Queen's birthday. Number 78. Soldiers rescuing children in a war zone. In the Vietnam War, American soldiers encountered a formidable challenge as they fought against a relentless adversary with superior knowledge of the terrain. Amidst the turmoil, they also shouldered the responsibility of safeguarding innocent villagers caught during the conflict. Their mission included rescuing children and ensuring their safety amidst the crossfire. Number 77. Female gorilla tending to a toddler, 1966. Binti Joa emerged as a benevolent protector when a 3-year-old boy fell into the gorilla enclosure at the Brookfield Zoo. This kind-hearted 8-year-old female gorilla tenderly embraced the injured youngster and ensured his safe delivery to the zoo authorities. Number 76. First McDonald's restaurant, 1948. Back in 1948, the entrepreneurial spirit of the McDonald brothers led them to establish their drive-in restaurant in sunny California. Offering tantalizing delights such as hamburgers, shakes, and fries, all priced at mere 15 cents, they quickly garnered attention and achieved remarkable success. Little did they know that this humble beginning would pave the way for the ubiquitous presence of McDonald's across the globe. It all began with a bold gamble and a carefully curated menu brought to life in the vibrant city of San Bernardino. Today, the legacy of the McDonald brothers lives on in the hearts and taste buds of countless individuals worldwide. Number 75. Job hunting. In the 1930s, millions of Americans were left jobless by the Great Depression, and they had to travel in search of work. They either hitchhiked or rode the rails, hoping to secure employment in towns along the way. The picture perfectly exemplifies the desperate times the country and its people went through. Number 74. Carving Eyes at Mount Rushmore, 1927. The tremendous endeavor of crafting Mount Rushmore involved the relentless dedication of around 400 men and women who braved unforgiving circumstances. Their mission: to fashion a phenomenal tribute that would stand as a testament to brilliance and accomplishment. Employing dynamite and intricate honeycombing techniques, these laborers meticulously sculpted the awe-inspiring faces into the rugged granite. Meanwhile, visitors eagerly sought to acquire fragments of this enduring monument, eager to possess a tangible piece of its majesty. Number 73. Transporting drunkards, 1960. During the 1960s in Turkey, bars had a distinctive approach to handling intoxicated customers. Basketmen, who were porters, would transport people home in a wicker basket if they had consumed excessive amounts of alcohol. Number 72. Lone Survivor in the Jungle, 1971. Julian Kepke's incredible tale of survival as the sole survivor in the Peruvian rainforest in 1971 is nothing less than miraculous. Despite falling out of a broken plane and crashing into the jungle, she managed to navigate through the wilderness for 11 days before finally being rescued. Number 71. Neil Armstrong's family watching him launching to the moon, 1969. In 1969, the Apollo 11 mission embarked on a historic journey to the moon, causing the world to pause. Neil Armstrong's family watched on July 16 as he launched to the moon. Alongside the astronauts' families, former U.S. President Lyndon B. Johnson watched as they set out on a 76-hour journey to the moon and back. Ultimately, they landed safely in the Pacific Ocean. Number 70. John Adams and a Bear, 1856. Have a look at this picture taken in the American frontier back in 1856. It features John Grizzly Adams posing with one of his numerous bear companions. Although the two were known to engage in fights, one of the bears once hit Adams on the head, causing him a lasting injury. Number 69. Bonnie and Clyde, 1935. The notorious duo, Bonnie and Clyde, engaged in a mischievous pose with a rifle, playfully immortalizing themselves while simultaneously constructing their own mythos. As they left behind a trail of photographs at various crime scenes, their actions only intensified the public's captivation with their daring escapades. Number 68. Female Soviet soldier. Amidst the USSR's formidable attempts, Lyudmila Pavlichenko emerged as the standout, single-handedly eliminating 300 adversaries. Alongside her, a cohort of equally excellent Soviet snipers proudly displays their exceptional talents, poised and prepared to confront the world with unwavering determination. Number 67. Siberian hunting suit. Take a look at this antique suit of armor. It resembles something straight out of a film. And what's even more fascinating is that it was actually used during bear baiting. The leather suit is studded with 1-inch iron nails spaced approximately 3 to 4 inches apart, and it even features an iron helmet. Number 66. Feet cooling. Mr. Rogers shattered racial barriers when he extended a warm invitation to a black officer on his show, graciously offering to provide comfort by cooling his feet in a miniature pool. Through this act of compassion, Fred Rogers exemplified how kindness has the power to transcend all divisions, even in a world plagued by discrimination. Number 65. First permanent picture, 1820. Joseph Nicephore Niepce captured the world outside his window on a pewter plate using an innovative technique called camera obscura in the 1820s. This was the first permanent picture taken in France. The resulting image was stunning. Number 64. Dying man surrounded by family, 1990. In this hauntingly beautiful image captured in 1990, we witness the profound impact of love and empathy as a terminally ill man finds solace in the embrace of his reunited family. After having been previously estranged due to his sexual orientation, David Kirby is pictured enveloped in a circle of compassion as his loved ones rally around him during his last breaths. Number 63. Adopted bear. Amid World War II, an unusual addition joined the ranks of a Polish military unit, an unexpected recruit in the form of Wojtek, a bear who found a home as a cub from Iran. Far beyond a mere mascot, Wojtek played an active role as he assisted in carrying ammunition, indulged in beer, and even held an honorary rank within the unit, defying conventional expectations. Number 62. Last public execution using guillotine, 1939. The final public beheading with the guillotine took place in 1939. It's astonishing to think that the use of the guillotine in France continued until 1977. The photograph captures the last public execution carried out using this apparatus in 1939. Serial killer Eugen Weidmann met his tragic fate. The picture is a chilling reminder of a bygone era. Number 61. Nikola Tesla and his magnifying transmitter, 1899. Have a look at this photograph from December 1899 of Nikola Tesla in his laboratory, standing next to his magnifying transmitter. This exceptionally talented inventor and scientist was responsible for making remarkable discoveries that have impacted the world. Number 60. Wiring of an IBM, 1958. In 1958, an engineer was seen wiring a basic IBM computer. This image marks a critical moment in the development of computing and technology. Although we have made immense progress since then, it is essential to acknowledge the pioneers who laid the foundation for our contemporary digital world. Number 59. Party at Times Square, 1945. On May 7, 1945, following Germany's surrender in World War II, A picture was taken of the jubilant crowd in Times Square, New York City. The festive Americans depicted in this photograph exemplify the sense of relief and happiness experienced globally. Number 58. Ruby Bridges' first day at school, 1960. In 1960, Ruby Bridges made her way to school accompanied by a federal agent. This may seem insignificant, but it marked a massive milestone in the desegregation of America. Regrettably, not everyone greeted this development joyfully, and protests erupted outside her school. Number 57. Scarred Mississippi Slave, 1863. Gordon's bravery and fortitude as an escaped enslaved person transformed him into an emblem of the struggle against slavery. The photographs capturing his scars served as a tragic yet potent testament to the harsh realities endured by enslaved individuals. His narrative played a pivotal role in rallying backing for the abolitionist movement. Number 56. Massive Crocodile. This photograph captures an enormous crocodile in Australia, purportedly measuring a staggering 20 feet in length. However, speculation suggests that the size may be an optical illusion, with the camera's forced perspective potentially exaggerating the creature's dimensions. Number 55. The Ornate Skeletons, 1900. This photo captures the mesmerizing skeletons of the Capuchin crypt in Rome, known for its bone-chilling ambiance. The crypt is the final resting place for around 4,000 individuals, and the ornateness of the skeletons on display is both intricate and hauntingly beautiful. This image, taken circa 1900, is a spine-tingling reminder of death's intricacies and haunting beauty. Number 54. Refusing the Nazi Salute, 1936. This image narrates the tale of August Landmesser, who valiantly championed love and justice. In Nazi Germany, he formed a deep connection with a Jewish woman and steadfastly stood by her side, defying the pressures of persecution and incarceration. Number 53. Touch in Daytime, 1953. This represents the infamous London Great Smog, a time when the streets were engulfed in such dense fog that visibility was severely limited, making it difficult even to see one's own hand. A heartfelt appreciation goes to the courageous police officers who fearlessly managed traffic during this challenging period. Number 52. Sharpshooter Annie, 1899. In 1899, Annie Oakley, the pioneer of selfies, is captured in this photograph as she aims her firearm using a handheld mirror. There is no doubt that she struck the bullseye with precision. Number 51. The Soiling of the Old Glory, 1976. In 1976, Boston experienced a tumultuous anti-busing demonstration that escalated into violence. The iconic photograph that won the Pulitzer Prize, titled The Soiling of the Old Glory, captures the moment when a mob targeted Ted Landsmark, a black lawyer, assaulting him and even using an American flag as a weapon in an attempt to impale him. Number 50. Gnome Serum Run, 1925. This is Togo, the often overlooked protagonist of the 1925 Serum Run to Nome. Leonhard Sepula, a dedicated musher, and his loyal sled dog Togo embarked on the journey's most demanding and hazardous segment, spanning 260 miles over 5 days. Their persistent determination ensured the successful transportation of the life-saving antitoxin to Nome. Number 49. Anti-drinking advert, 1900. Let's raise a toast to the early 1900s when public service announcements used scare tactics to discourage drinking. One such PSA featured a healthy woman clinking glasses with a skeleton, effectively keeping people away from alcohol. Number 48. Migrant Mother, 1936. The photograph of the Migrant Mother by Dorothea Lange has become an iconic representation of the Great Depression. It depicts a mother and her children living in a California pea pickers camp, struggling with poverty. Lange's photograph led to the government providing aid to the camp and has since become a valuable piece of art. Number 47. The Atlantic Cable, 1858. The Atlantic Cable, which was laid under the ocean between North America and Europe, revolutionized global communication by enabling almost instant communication between the two continents. Number 46. Leap to Freedom, 1961. 1961 witnessed an enormous event at the Berlin Wall when Hans Conrad Schumann, a guard, reached his breaking point and made a spontaneous decision to leap over to the western side. In a mere 6 seconds, Schumann executed a daring escape that would go down in history, and fortunately he managed to reach the other side unharmed. Number 45. Human Statue of Liberty, 1918. At Camp Dodge, a remarkable photograph, the Human Statue of Liberty, was captured, featuring a staggering 18,000 soldiers standing side by side. This extraordinary composition necessitated the use of an 80-foot tower, 12,000 soldiers forming the torch's flame, and a combination of detailed surveying and mathematical expertise to achieve the flawless image. Number 44. Love in the Time of War, 1941. The photograph, which has since become iconic, was captured on December 7, 1941. It depicts a bittersweet farewell at the 34th Street bus terminal in New York City. As a soldier prepares to depart for World War II, he shares a kiss with his girlfriend, perhaps for the last time. Number 43. The American Civil War, 1861 to 1865. The American Civil War was a violent clash between the Union, representing the northern states, and the Confederacy, representing the southern states. The main point of contention was the issue of slavery. This war is considered one of the most deadly conflicts in American history. However, it ultimately led to the end of slavery and the reunification of the United States. Number 42. The First Transcontinental Railroad, 1869. The Transcontinental Railroad was the pioneering railway that linked the eastern and western coasts of the United States. Its completion in 1869 marked a monumental milestone in American history, enabling swift cross-country travel like never before. Number 41. The Ku Klux Klan. The Ku Klux Klan, a white supremacist group that arose in the aftermath of the Civil War during the 60s and 70s, perpetrated countless acts of violence and terror against African Americans. Number 40. The Lion Tamer, 1917. Meet the brave Lion Tamer, Jack Bonavita, in action as he steps up. He was known as the King of the Big Top in New York during the turn of the century. However, his life ended in 1917 when he was attacked by one of his animals. Number 39. First underwater picture, 1899. Louis Maria's iconic photograph of Émile Rockovitsa, captured in Bagnols-sur-Mer in 1899, stands as Bhutan's mesmerizing underwater portrait. This groundbreaking image, taken at an incredible depth of 164 feet, showcases the unparalleled skills of a visionary photographer. Number 38. The Headshot Survivor. Amidst the turmoil of the Civil War, Jacob C. Miller endured a gunshot to the face. Against all odds, he defied death and carried on, bearing an exposed facial wound that became an ode to his indomitable spirit and a symbol of his valorous journey. Number 37. The Franco-Prussian War, 1870. The Franco-Prussian War was a military confrontation between France and the German states, primarily led by Prussia. It concluded with the capture of Paris and the formation of a unified Germany under Prussian control. Number 36. The Great Chicago Fire, 1871. The Great Chicago Fire was an immense blaze that raged over a span of 3 days, decimating a giant portion of the city of Chicago. This catastrophic fire displaced thousands of individuals and inflicted extensive financial losses amounting to millions of dollars. Number 35. The Nuremberg Trials, 1945. The Nuremberg Trials were a sequence of military tribunals conducted in Nuremberg, Germany, with the aim of bringing prominent figures of Nazi Germany to justice for their involvement in war crimes and atrocities against humanity. Number 34. Bloody Sunday. The heroic image of John Lewis on Bloody Sunday serves as a haunting witness to the harsh realities of the civil rights movement. His bravery as a young activist helped pave the way for substantial change in America. Number 33. First black student at Oklahoma University, 1948. In 1948, George McLaurin became the first black student at the University of Oklahoma, but he faced segregation and was not permitted to study alongside his white peers. Despite this obstacle, he persevered, and his achievement opened doors for future generations. Number 32. Golden Gate Bridge, 1935. In September 1935, a fearless worker of the Golden Gate Bridge was perched on top of the North Tower, facing the dangers of heights and strong winds. However, the footbridge ropes, which can be seen in the picture, were eventually replaced by catwalks to ensure safer transportation. Number 31. The Boston Molasses Disaster, 1919. The Boston Molasses Disaster was a devastating incident that occurred when a colossal molasses tank in Boston's North End ruptured, resulting in a torrent of molasses that claimed the lives of 21 individuals and inflicted injuries upon over 150 others. Number 30. Wright brothers' first flight, 1903. On December 17, 1903, Orville and Wilbur Wright etched their names in history by accomplishing a groundbreaking feat. They became the inaugural individuals to successfully attain powered flight in an aircraft heavier than air. Although their flight lasted a mere 12 seconds, it laid the foundation for the advent of contemporary aviation. Number 29. The San Francisco Earthquake, 1906. The destructive earthquake of 1906, known as the San Francisco Earthquake, ravaged the city of San Francisco, California, and its nearby regions. This seismic event inflicted extensive devastation and claimed the lives of numerous individuals, leaving a profound impact on the area. Number 28. Kiss of Life, 1967. J.D. Thompson's quick actions and mouth-to-mouth resuscitation saved the life of his colleague, a utility worker, in the accident that occurred. The incredible act of heroism revived the worker, Randall G. Champion, who then lived for another 35 years. This incident became known as the Kiss of Life, highlighting the importance of quick thinking and life-saving skills in emergencies. Number 27. Lepa Radek, 1943. Lepa Radek's sheer bravery amidst the oppressive Nazi regime is genuinely commendable. She demonstrated unyielding determination and refused to betray her fellow patriots, remaining steadfast in upholding what was right until the very end. Lepa's legacy continues to exist as a symbol of courage and resistance. Number 26. Jewish boy surrenders in Warsaw, 1943. The image of a young boy with his hands raised is a haunting symbol of the atrocities that were inflicted upon around 500,000 Jews in the Warsaw Ghetto. Although the resistance attempted to fight back, they were ultimately defeated. Number 25. The Titanic, 1912. The tragic sinking of the Titanic remains one of the most renowned maritime catastrophes ever recorded. The Titanic, the largest vessel of its era and deemed invulnerable, collided with an iceberg during its inaugural journey, leading to its demise and the devastating loss of over 1,500 lives. Number 24. World War I. World War I, a worldwide conflict between 1914 and 1918, engaged the leading European powers and eventually extended to encompass the United States and various nations. This war unfolded across numerous battlefields and led to the tragic loss of millions of lives. Number 23. The Bolshevik Revolution, 1917. The Bolshevik Revolution was a political upheaval in Russia, spearheaded by Vladimir Lenin and the Bolshevik Party. This revolution resulted in the overthrow of the Russian government and the establishment of the Soviet Union. Number 22. Raising a flag over the Reichstag, 1945. Yevgeny Kaldy, a soldier of the Red Army, made a historic shot in Berlin's ruins. Accompanied by 3 fellow soldiers, he stood on the parapet of the Parliament building and hoisted a Soviet flag, which his uncle had made from 3 tablecloths. Number 21. Famine in Somalia, 1992. Against all odds, James Nachtwey ventured into Somalia to document the devastating famine crisis in 1992. Through his evocative photographs, including the poignant image of a woman being transported to a feeding center, he shook the world's conscience and catalyzed a global response to provide much-needed international aid. Number 20. Saigon, 1968. Eddie Adams captured a moment during the Vietnam War. His photograph of Brigadier General Nguyen executing a Viet Cong suspect by shooting him in the head revealed the brutality of the war and sparked a strong anti-war sentiment. Number 19. The Spanish Flu. The Spanish flu, which occurred from 1918 to 1920, was a worldwide pandemic that emerged in the aftermath of World War I. This influenza outbreak claimed millions of individuals' lives and profoundly influenced the global populace. Number 18. The Scopes Monkey Trial, 1925. The Scopes Monkey Trial was a renowned legal proceeding where a secondary school educator faced charges of instructing evolution, which was deemed unlawful according to Tennessee state statutes. This trial garnered national attention, shedding light on the conflict between science and religion in the United States. Number 17. The stock market, 1929. The onset of the Great Depression, a time of financial difficulty that persisted throughout the 1930s, was signaled by the stock market crash of 1929. Number 16. Abraham Lincoln, 1860. Abraham Lincoln was not always the legendary figure he is known as today. With the assistance of photographer Matthew B. Brady, Abraham Lincoln was able to enhance his public image and elevate himself into the White House. Number 15. Case Study House, Los Angeles, 1960. Julius Shulman played a crucial role in transforming the California dream by establishing the house as an insignia of modernist theory and industrial materials. His most prominent photograph was of the case study on 22, showcasing two elegant women in cocktail dresses, seemingly floating above the dazzling city. Number 14. American Gothic, 1942. In 1942, Gordon Parks bravely confronted racism through his lens, becoming the first African-American photographer at Life magazine. Through his powerful photographs, he shed light on the daily injustices older African-Americans faced, like Ella Watson, exemplified by his renowned work American Gothic, a poignant satire of Wood's iconic oil painting. Number 13. The Dust Bowl. The Dust Bowl refers to a time of intense aridity and dust storms that impacted the Great Plains area of the United States in the 1930s. This period of prolonged drought and relentless dust storms profoundly influenced the region's agricultural practices and economy. Number 12. The Spanish Civil War. The Spanish Civil War, lasting from 1936 to 1939, witnessed a confrontation between the legitimately elected government of Spain and an armed uprising led by General Francisco Franco, representing the fascist ideology. Ultimately, Franco's forces emerged triumphant, resulting in the establishment of a fascist dictatorship in Spain. Number 11. The Munich Agreement, 1938. The Munich Pact was a treaty endorsed by Germany, Italy, France, and Britain, granting Nazi Germany the authority to incorporate portions of Czechoslovakia. Regarded as a major appeasement failure, this agreement was a harbinger of the ensuing World War II. Number 10. Boulevard du Temple, 1839. In 1839, an ordinary shoe shiner in Paris became an unwitting part of history when Louis Daguerre immortalized him and a customer in the world's first human photograph. Through the remarkable Daguerreotype process, this image demonstrated the immense possibilities of photography, despite its inability to be reproduced or printed on paper. Number 9. The Dead of Antietam, 1862. The stark stereo wet plate photographs captured by Alexander Gardner, showcasing the fields littered with lifeless bodies, were later curated by Matthew Brady for his exhibition titled The Dead of Antietam. Through this groundbreaking display, Americans were confronted with the unadulterated truth of war casualties, allowing them to grasp the profound personal toll inflicted by conflicts. Number 8. Munich Massacre, 1972. Germany hosted the Munich Olympics in 1972 to demonstrate its commitment to democracy. However, due to inadequate security measures, terrorists could launch an attack on the Olympians. The resulting 21-hour hostage situation was a consequential event that provided the world with an unprecedented view of terrorism in action. Number 7. The Invasion of Poland, 1939. The onset of World War II was signaled by the Polish invasion, wherein Nazi Germany initiated an attack on Poland on September 1, 1939. The conflict endured for an additional 6 years before reaching its conclusion. Number 6. The Battle of Dunkirk, 1940. The Battle of Dunkirk held significant importance during the initial phase of World War II. British and French troops found themselves encircled by German forces on the shores of Dunkirk. Nonetheless, over 300,000 soldiers were successfully evacuated and safeguarded through a colossal rescue operation. Number 5. Abraham Lincoln, 1865. On April 14, 1865, John Wilkes Booth assassinated President Abraham Lincoln shortly after the conclusion of the Civil War. The loss of Lincoln had a tremendous and lasting effect on the nation, and he is revered as one of the most esteemed presidents in American history. Number 4. Birmingham, Alabama, 1963. The publication of Charles Moore's photograph in Life magazine, depicting a black protester being attacked by a police dog in Birmingham, Alabama, played a paramount role in garnering support for the civil rights movement and ultimately led to the enactment of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Number 3. Dovima with elephants, 1955. In 1955, Richard Avedon and Dovima created an iconic image, Dovima with elephants, representing a shift in fashion from exclusivity to entertainment. The photograph captured a moment of transformation from stillness to movement, and it is more than just a beautiful picture. Avedon's legendary status as a photographer was well earned thanks to works like this one. Number 2. The Steerage, 1907. The photograph The Steerage by Alfred Stieglitz showcases shapes and a fresh perspective that was initially overlooked. It introduced a revolutionary approach to photography, which ultimately helped it gain recognition as an innovative art form on par with others. Number 1. Couple in Raccoon Coats, 1932. During the 1930s, James Van Der Zee had a unique perspective on Black Americans compared to his white counterparts. He created carefully planned portraits, such as the one featuring a stylish couple in raccoon coats and a Cadillac, which went against commonly held beliefs about race, social status, and achievement. We hope you enjoyed watching this video. We'll see you in the next one.